Hello everyone and welcome into Talking Fitchburg on this Thursday, October 28th. Hopefully everyone's had a great day so far today. I am Andrew Bamlett, filling in for Jeremy today and tomorrow he is at a conference today and tomorrow. So you get me once again, and we're going to get into our show for today. We'll have some headlines, some events coming up, some traffic to look out for soon. And then today, in our digest and guest segment, we have something a little special. Jeremy will be part of the show, even though he's from his conference, but we'll hear from two individuals from his conference that he's at currently, which is the Wisconsin Community Media Conference. So all of the stations from around Wisconsin that are like ours, public access and community stations, and get together and have a conference with learning different things and doing workshops and those kind of things. And I know one of the interviews today is with Mary Cardona, who's the president of the WCM. And so we'll talk to her, and then we'll have a second guest in the guest segment as well. So that'll be pretty cool to see. So we'll get to see Jeremy yet today. Just, not in the headlines. That's me. So you have to live with it. Sorry. But you'll be A-OK. Pause. Time out. Six to 16. Three, two, I'm gonna start there. 3, 2, 1. And first we're going to talk about sports. We have sports tonight going on here on the COM channel. We'll be watching here live the Verona versus Waunakee boys soccer game starting at 7. That'll be here on the COM channel. We'll be live out there at Verona Field. So that'll be pretty cool. Also, good luck to the volleyball ladies of Verona. They will be going off, I believe, against DeForest in DeForest. So good luck to them tonight as well. And that is your sports lineup for today. All right, also we have a public hearing, a special public hearing coming up on November 2nd at 5:30. This will be in the Common Council chambers, and this will be for the redistricting that took place. There'll be a special meeting about the wards and the district maps, so you can see the maps here. There also is, if you go to fitchburgwi.gov, you can find a whole redistricting information piece of the site to look at anything you're interested in, looking at the new wards and all their maps as they were, and the polling locations as well. They're on there in their own map. So check that out. Again, this will be November 2nd next week, 5:30, for the adoption of the new wards and districts. Next, we have a little information for the Fitchburg Public Library, as they will be closed next Wednesday, November 3rd, due to staff in-service day. So you will not be able to come in that day, get your books, any of that. You'll have to wait either till the next day, Thursday, or get it done Tuesday, so you have everything ready to go. Just to give you a heads up that will be closed Wednesday, November 3rd. So can't go to the library. Sorry, but in-service day, that's very important for the staff as well, to learn new things and for more staff camaraderie. So hopefully that has doesn't affect anyone too bad. But again, next Wednesday the 3rd will be off. All right, we also have the social work picture here from the Fitchburg Senior Center. If you're having difficulty with essential daily activities, call the Fitchburg Senior Center and ask to speak with the social workers. We have some great social workers downstairs. They're happy to talk through your concerns over the phone, or if necessary and circumstances permit, can arrange a home visit. In-person appointments at the Senior Center are also available. You must call either Amy Jordan, 608-270-4295, or Sarah Falker, 608-270-4294, to schedule an appointment. And walk-in appointments are not available right now, so though you may not do just a walk-in, so please call either Amy or Sarah. They are both great social workers here. We are very lucky to have them both here in the city of Fitchburg at our Senior Center. And you can, again, schedule a potential arranged home visit if need be. Again, just give them a call and go from there. All right, also we have from the Fitchburg Senior Center, the Dane County Transportation Services and programs that you can get to with these services. So the Transportation Call Center is 608-242-6489, Monday through Friday, effective immediately. A second Transportation Call Center is open for ride requests for COVID-19, vaccines, and booster shots. And that's Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Call reserve 608-310-7281 to request rides. Riders must be 18 or older and have no other transportation options. All Medicaid recipients call NTM at 1-866-907-1493. So these are all available through the Fitchburg Senior Center here, giving you this information about the Dane County Transportation Services and some of their programs. So give them a call if you need any assistance with getting around. All right, also we have at the Senior Center, meal donations are needed at $4 per meal. We understand that individual finances will determine the amount, if any, a person can contribute. We set this for those who would simply like a guide. If half of a person's served a meal contributed this amount, while others contribute a little more or a little less or none at all, based upon their finances will allow them, we'll continue. We could continue the program at the current level of service. While you are asked to anonymously contribute what you can to the program for your meal, if circumstances do not allow for this, a contribution is not required. So this is for the Meals on Wheels programs, the meal donations. That's what they're looking for, is approximately $4 per meal. But if you have more, please help give more, and that helps these services continue for everyone that needs it down at the Senior Center. So it's a pretty important thing to do. So be sure, do what you can with helping with some of these donations. All right, also we have some traffic deviations coming up here next week for a couple days, and it's kind of a big one. It is the interstate. It is next Tuesday on the 2nd, beginning at 2 a.m., I-3990 southbound ramp to westbound US 12 and 18, which is the Beltline. It will be closed. So interstate to the Beltline coming southbound to go westbound on the Beltline is closed. It will be closed from 2 a.m. Tuesday, November 2nd until 5 a.m. Wednesday, November 3rd. So this 27-hour ramp closure will redirect motorists to alternate routes via US 51, which is Stoughton Road, to go down the Beltline. Further details on alternate routes can be viewed. You can see on the map here. So you've got 51, exit 132, exit 135A, which is Highway 151 on the East Wash, or also 138B, which is Highway 30. All of these get to 51, which is Stoughton Road, which can get you down to the Beltline. If you cannot do any of these, you have to go all the way down to County N on 147. Do it, not a U-turn, but go up around the bridge, come back down to go northbound on the interstate, and then get off to the westbound from northbound side is open. So you can see that on the map there. Hopefully, if there is a rain delay, it'll just be moved back a day. And hopefully this will all be done in that 27-hour window, and we will be good to go, just to keep everyone informed of what's coming ahead next week. All right, that's going to do it for the headlines. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll be joining Jeremy down at the WCM conference held in Milwaukee this year and talking with the president, Mary Cardona. You're watching Talking Fitchburg.
Severe weather can strike anytime, anywhere, but there's a simple way to stay safe. Hey, Jim Cantori here. I stay safe in dangerous weather by planning ahead. You can stay safe too with a few easy steps. Build an inexpensive kit with supplies for your family's needs. Write down important information like phone numbers and medications. Always talk with your family and remember any pets in your planning. Be ready, be safe. Start your plan today at ready.gov/plan.
We're all just trying to keep things running for those who rely on us.
Ready!
That's why we don't have time to be sick with the flu. And especially this year, no one has time to get sick. Get a flu shot for yourself and those around you too.
All right, welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. I'm in Milwaukee today at the Wisconsin Community Media Annual Conference, Fall Conference. I'm actually here with our, I would say the director of all directors, the coordinator of all coordinators, but Mary Cadonis, long time.
We will get you everywhere.
Well, I'm always in trouble in this organization, so appreciate Mary's time. Mary, you have done some amazing work for many, many years and a very familiar name in the PEG industry, public education government. But tell us about WCM and what this organization is all about.
Well, it was started in 1998, and it was started because there were a lot of little PEG stations, public education and government access television stations across the state, and they needed to band together to share technology tips, what kinds of shows they were doing, talk about equipment, share management tips, all of that sort of thing. And in 1998, John Urban from Oshkosh and about 12 other stations banded together and formed WCM. And it's the same kind of thing we do today. We have conferences, we have a video fest or media fest now because we've expanded it to podcasts and other media. And we do a lot of just interaction between stations. Whenever you have a question, we pose questions, we pose answers. It's a great support group.
It really is, and this conference kind of encapsulates all of the great work and the great teamwork, time to socialize and come with topics. But tell us about the conference, the annual conference. We actually do multiple conferences.
Yes, we typically do a fall single-day workshop and then a 2-day conference in spring. But because of the pandemic, everything's gotten shuffled around. And this time we're here in fall, and it's kind of unusual. And we're never going to do it again because it's also budget time for municipalities, and it's just been really tough. But usually at these conferences, again, it's sharing information. So about half of our speakers are from our membership, talking about their experiences and their expertises, and about half of it comes from the outside world, like we have attorneys or social media experts or audio experts coming in from academia to talk to us. So it's a mix. And we also talk about public policy, what's happening on the federal level, what's happening on the state level. We might talk about certain projects that we're working on with our members. So it really, it's a mix.
And today, if you were to say Wisconsin PEG stations are they doing good? Are they doing bad? What would you say the state of Wisconsin stations at this point?
I would say we are in trouble, and we've been in trouble since 2008 when a law was passed in 2007 that took away most of the support for local community television stations. Today, the only thing that cable companies are required to do is carry our signal. That's it, and they can carry it any way they want to. So Charter, which controls about 90% of the systems in the state, they refuse to carry us in HD, which is really maddening because all of our stations produce programs in HD only to turn around and look at it on Charter's cable systems, and it looks fuzzy and degraded, and it's very demoralizing. It's demoralizing for municipalities who invest a lot of money to see the signal look like that on their systems. So the lack of support from cable companies has been very damaging, and we're working now on a bill to see if we can improve that situation.
And overall, why is it? I think the question would come from residents or people watching this: is why is community media so important?
Well, I think everybody knows that newspapers have gotten a lot shorter or less frequent. It used to be that local radio stations were required to provide local news. They're not anymore. There's websites, there's social media, but those tend to be siloed types of communication organs. So it's one person's point of view or one single organization's point of view. With what we're trying to do is we're trying to build community, and we're trying to create programming that appeals to the broader base of our community and talk about issues that are very important to the community and things that the community needs to make decisions around. And so we feel like we're very, very important. We like the idea that we're interactive, that we're very accessible to the public. People can come in and use us. People can take out cameras in some instances, or if not cameras, they can talk to you, for example, and say, this is an important issue in this community, you should be covering it, and you'll be responsive. And then the programs are put on various platforms. They're put on cable, they're put on social media, they're put on YouTube, and it's out there for the community to use. And so I think what we do is very different from the other media that's out there, and it's badly needed.
Yeah, well said, and it's super important. And in Fitchburg, we've been fortunate enough to have good support from all levels, and we'll be talking about that. Actually, I'll be speaking with a bunch of stations from Dane County, which is kind of cool. We're going to have a lot of fun. But final thing, you're starting a new nonprofit, TAG to the Wisconsin Community Media Program Fund. If I got it right, just quickly tell us what's that about.
I'm really excited about it. So it's part of our outreach plan to get out there and to interact more with a lot of different communities. And the goal is to produce programming of regional interest. So it's not going to be as locally oriented as most of our PEG stations are, but it may be programs that are appealing to Sun Prairie and Fitchburg and Verona and Oregon, and banding those facilities together with their resources and banding together producers who have a message, funders who want that message to get out, and technicians like camera operators and audio operators who have the skill set to do these programs. So we're trying to kind of create a source of support for more regional programming that would be appealing to all of our media centers. We've got 52 of them across the state, and to help beef up their programming and to serve our communities better.
All right, join the fund, contribute to the fund, help out local PEG stations across the state and even here in Dane County. Finally, Mary, if people want to learn more about WCM or learn about their local community access stations, I like to say community media now, but how can we learn more about them?
Just Google Wisconsin Community Media, and you will come up to our website, and we've got links to all of the media centers in the state that are, well, actually all of them. We have more information about our members, but there are links to all media centers in our state, and you can learn more about PEG.
Fantastic. Yeah. That does it for me, Mary. Thank you so much. My camera operator behind the scenes, by the way, is John, and he's from West Bend. I asked for a camera person, and nobody rose their hand. I'm just... When we got all these people,
shortage of camera
right, and John was nice enough to raise his hand and help us out. So thank you, John, behind the scenes. We're going to take a quick break. More to come from the conference, the Wisconsin Community Media Fall Conference. We'll be right back.
You could be spreading the coronavirus without realizing you have it. So follow guidance from authorities where you live and do your part. It's important to limit in-person interaction with anyone outside of your immediate household, but phone and video chat are safe ways to connect. It's also important to limit any social gathering. This advice applies to people of any age, including teens and younger adults. Visit coronavirus.gov for the latest information.
After you joined our family, it was like, I really do feel complete now.
Brandon met a girl on a dating app. He finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being...
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving.
She must be a keeper.
We're all just trying to keep things running for those who rely on us. That's why we don't have time to be sick with the flu.
We don't have time for delays.
We don't have time for spills.
Next. We don't have time for setbacks. Let's be real.
Getting the flu shot
Helps you fight the flu.
Get a flu shot for yourself and those around you, too.
I hope so. 3, 2, 1. Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Joining me now from the WCM conference here in Milwaukee is a familiar face to myself, a former coworker. You've actually been on I've been on your show. I've been on a radio show once. This is, I forgot your name, Jeff Robbins, Sun Prairie Media Center. Okay, so Jeff,
are you going to start over? Or are you going to use this take?
I'm going with this.
Okay.
If you didn't learn from one of the sessions, people like this stuff.
Okay.
They like it real. That's what our show.
Real?
We like it real in Fitchburg. How about in Sun Prairie?
We like it fake.
Oh my God. Either way, Jeff is a director over at the Sun Prairie Media Center.
A director or the director?
A director. We don't want to know if he is the director. I'm sorry. But Jeff, for people who don't know what you do over in Sun Prairie, because they know what we do in Fitchburg, but
really,
what's Sun Prairie like?
I mean, the city itself? Well, it's huge. It's a huge city. It's a vast metropolis. It's growing like by thousands every day. We have 2 high schools pretty soon.
I saw that. East and West. Yeah.
We'll have 2 football teams, 2 basketball teams. That's happening in the fall of 2022.
We got 3 school districts, so that's Fitchburg. Talk about your media center, funny guy, because yours is unique to others, like Fact TV.
Well, I think you and I are very similar. We have a very busy, very active media center, lots of things going on. We have a lot of volunteers. I think where we differ is we have the kids channel, Kids 4, and then we also have the low power FM, 103.5 FM, The Sun.
It sounds just like it does on the radio.
Well, yeah, that's because I'm on the radio all the time. That's I do all the shows myself.
Oh,
I just take on different voices.
And there's a camera that shows this happening too, right?
Of course, yes. Yeah. But no, it's you and I are sort of in the same little world. That's why we're at this conference together.
And what the importance of community media? What do you tell your residents the importance of having Sun Prairie Media Center around?
Well, I think there's I could talk for hours about the importance of community media. How long
darn
is the
right.
show?
Well, we have about 4 more minutes, so go for it.
I mean, we're here. We exist to inform and to educate the public about what's going on in their community. I mean, so we're doing, of course, the city meetings. We provide transparency for the city meetings. We do lots of shows where we have the mayor on, the city administrator does a show. We have a show called Council Playback where council members come on and they talk about what's going on in the community. I mean, if people maybe don't want to sit through those long council meetings, even though we provide them, then we provide, nice little digestible versions of what's going on in the meeting. So we try to make sure people know what's going on. And then on the flip side of that, we provide the media making tools to the community for anybody that wants to do their own show or their own podcast or anything. And then, of course, we have our kids program. So you want to get your kids involved in media, you want your kids to find out what being in the media world's all about, or how to run a camera, or how to be in front of the camera, how to interview people, how to break out of their shell, how to be more communicative, how to be less shy, enroll them in our kids program.
Can I enroll?
You're just a smidge too old. I think you're like 6 months too old. You just missed the cutoff.
Darn it. Actually, I think it's cool. You guys have a long-standing history with the Kids 4
since the
group.
70s.
70s.
Yeah.
Which is incredible. I can't think of another station that I know in Wisconsin that has such a strong following on the Kids 4, or the Kids Network, I'm going to call it, that you guys do, which is pretty impressive.
Yeah, we've been around a long time. How long has the Fitchburg station been around?
Well, from what I can tell, Jeff, it's been around since 1990. 1990. But Fitchburg's a young city. We're in our 30s.
Fitchburg's a great city.
You're darn right it is. Yeah. Finally, Jeff, as far as the conference going, getting together, what's your favorite part about talking with all the other stations besides Fitchburg?
Well, especially, this is the first time we've had a conference in like 2.5 years, right? Is that right? Yeah, since like
in person.
May of 19. And so it's just great to see everybody again. It's great to, see people face to face. I like finding out what people are doing. I'm not great at technology. I mean, I'm better than I used to be because, when we worked at Channel 3, we both worked at Channel 3 together. I was not my job was not technical. It was more of a office lackey. But now,
now he knows what a camera is and a microphone is.
I know what that is, and I know what that is. I like finding out about new toys, what people are using, and to see, maybe I could use that. Maybe I could figure it. Like this morning, I went to a session all about drones. Now, first thing I do when I get out of this conference is I'm going to go buy a drone.
Oh boy. Well, we're working on a drone program too. So maybe we should network.
You guys do everything.
We don't do everything.
You got a great staff, a great facility, you're well beloved by your mayor and your city council, and you're doing a great job there in Fitchburg.
Well, we are doing a great job. Jeff also, in the same breath, is doing a really good job over at Sun Prairie. It's a cool media center. In fact, they're in the library. We're in City Hall. You're in the library, which is really cool. I think that gives you better access for the community, right?
Oh, for sure. Everybody knows where the library is, so it's not like... Well, it's not like you have to say, oh, we're in this building somewhere. We're in the library. Come check us out. And people are like, what's this media center thing? And they come in and they find out what we're all about. And the library is expanding. The Sun Prairie Public Library is going to be built out. So we're not going to be built out, unfortunately, the media center. But we'll be part of a brand new, exciting building soon.
Fantastic. Well, Jeff, thank you for taking the time. I know we have to get back to a session right now. That's you're missing the keynote.
Yeah, I'm missing out on all the information.
I'm sorry, Jeff, but
I'm not learning anything talking to you.
And as you can see, Jeff is quite the comedian, but does a great job. And Jeff, thank you so much for joining me and sharing your story just a little bit. That's what we do, right?
That's what we do. We share stories. We talk about our community. This is still sort of community-minded because we're here and we're talking about community stuff.
Do you want to close us out, Jeff? Do you want to say, we're going to take a quick break with more to come? You're watching TF, Talking Fitchburg. I usually
TF now?
I say TF or Talking Fitchburg.
TF could stand for other things.
All right, we'll take a quick break. More to come. You're watching
Talking Fitchburg right here on Fact TV.
If he said K-Sung, we'd been in trouble.
See on page 4 that the projections need to be flood next Thursday.
Seriously? Thursday? Can't do that.
This is really inconvenient.
I have yoga that day.
I have no time for this.
So.
I can't do Thursday, but I can do Friday.
Disasters don't plan ahead. You can. Talk to your loved ones about how you're going to be ready in an emergency. Don't wait. Communicate.
Severe weather can strike anytime, anywhere, but there's a simple way to stay safe. Hey, Jim Cantori here. I stay safe in dangerous weather by planning ahead. You can stay safe too with a few easy steps. Build an inexpensive kit with supplies for your family's needs. Write down important information like phone numbers and medications. Always talk with your family and remember any pets in your planning. Be ready, be safe. Start your plan today at ready.gov/plan.
If you love them enough to suck the snot out of their nose at 4 a.m., then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Wrapping up the show today, I want to thank Mary Cardona and Jeff Robbins, our two interviews from WCM, and Jeremy for conducting those interviews while doing on-site training. So pretty awesome. And we'll see Jeremy back here Monday. You'll get me back tomorrow. But stay connected, everyone. Enjoy the sports tonight if you watch it. If not, we'll see everyone tomorrow.